Hi guys, so I'm Natalie from Natsy's Stash, and I finally plucked up the guts to come do a YouTube video tutorial thing because I've not done one for very many reasons, some of which because I'm not happy with the quality of my webcam, which is what I'm using to film like this video right now, and others is like I'm just not entirely comfortable filming myself. But since I've gotten comfortable with taking selfies, I figured this should be the next step. So yeah, today I'm gonna be talking it's just like a really quick video. I'm just gonna be like doing an intro to stippling brushes and how they use them. Like stippling brushes are some of like my favorite tools when I do my makeup and things like that. And I just put up on my Facebook page, link down below. I've been doing a tip of the day, like a makeup tip of the day, like for the last couple of days or so. And today I just put up something about stippling brushes, and I talked about how they were great for everything, for creams, liquids, powders. And one of my friends was like, "Oh well, yeah, I agree it's great for liquids, but I don't think it's that great for powders. So because they're not dense enough or anything like that." So this video is basically to prove her wrong because I mean like that. Yeah. There are two stippling brushes that I own. Both are from MAC. This one is I guess it's a proper MAC brush. It's actually the very first brush that I ever owned, like because I didn't know anything about makeup at that point. I needed to get some for theatre, and the woman said, "Oh, yeah, this brush works for everything, for powders, for foundations, whatever you name it." And so I got it, and stupidly didn't research anything at that point of time. Good thing what the woman told me was true. So this one is this is a MAC brush again. It's a limited edition short-handled brush that came from the Tartan Tail Holiday Edition in 2012. It's definitely a lot bigger, it's a lot fluffier, it's a lot denser. My friend basically said that stippling brushes are too floppy for powder foundations and stuff like that, and that's when I say you're basically buying the wrong kind of stippling brushes, or stippling brushes that aren't of very good quality. Because even with this one, it's pretty dense. The bristles are obviously they can't withstand much pressure, they're obviously going to sink, but it means that if you do it in the reason why it's called stippling brush, because this is the stippling motion, where basically you move the white fibers very gently and you don't really disturb the surface of whatever product they're applying. That's how you get that beautiful airbrush finish that like I really like to get, especially when I use this for liquid foundations, but it works for powder foundations and powder blushes as well. And the same goes with this one, right? It's definitely a lot denser, a lot like more packed. Counterintuitively, I like to use this one for foundation and this one for blush, right? And like most people will be like, but I figure it would be the other way around. The fact is, this is great for getting at areas like under the eye, as well as like the sides of your nose and over like harder to reach areas. Well, this is just great because it hits the blush area, like as in like covers the cheekbone, the cheek area really well. And like I was struggling with applying blush a lot because when I first started using it like this, I could never get it like it would be too concentrated or color in one tiny little spot over here, and it look more like I like smack blush on my face. But when you get it like this, you can really like it's a bigger surface area that's being covered, which also means that like more product is distributed everywhere, which means like you get this really beautiful flush. So I'm just gonna show you like how I use these things. Yeah. Okay, so this is me, no makeup. I'm not even wearing contact lenses, so I'm kind of squinting at the screen every few minutes. I've hairbanded up my hair, which is what I do before I do my makeup anytime, because how else are you gonna get like the stuff on your forehead and everything. So this is the MAC Mineralize Powder Foundation. It's a loose powder. I actually, unless like you deliberately want a very sheer dusting of powder, I would not suggest using a stippling brush for any like pressed powders or anything like that. I mean, I sometimes use stippling brushes for only for compact powders when like it's more for finishing powders rather than for the actual foundation itself, because I always prefer at least a more medium kind of a coverage. So let me just like show you how it looks. I'm gonna pull out now. So like the point of a stippling brush is that, like, I mean, there are loads of makeup artists who just do it like that, or they just smoosh it down here, which I guess is fine and it's pretty acceptable, but like you can do that with any other brush. But the point of the stippling brush is that you want to do it in, you want to buff everything in very small circular movements. And my skin is not awful in that, like, it's not like I have terrible acne, but it's not that great either. I have lots and lots and lots of tiny little bumps and tiny little pimples everywhere. So medium coverage is always good. I always remember it's like better to go with small amounts and build it up. Like if you have a very very pigmented blush, for instance, always use, like, it's nice to use a stippling brush because like it actually starts out quite sheer with a stippling brush, and then as you build it up with that small concept, like this, then that's how you get more color built up. Okay, so that's the powder foundation. Okay, no, it's not great yet. Frankly, I prefer to use a kabuki brush when I'm using powder foundation because that's just faster. But yeah, sometimes I forget. Like I forgot to bring it with me the last time I went overseas, so I use a stippling brush instead. Okay, done. Like, even though like my forehead area is quite badly hit, I have a long fringe, so I don't intend to like cover everything up. I still need my, like, it's just gonna make your pimples worse. So I have two blushes here, and I'm gonna put it on each cheek with this stippling brush to show you like how it can look and how it can be used. This one is NYX Pinched, which is this really beautiful like pink with gold sheen to it. It's like a lot of people have said that this is a dupe for like NARS's Orgasm, which is not really true. This is more like a pink. Orgasm is a more coral, has more like a more coral color to it. But yeah. And yes, look at that color. It is very very pretty. And this is just with like one swipe. Okay, so just remember that the white hairs in this fiber optic brush slash stippling brush slash skunk brush, whatever you call it, is extremely porous, which is why when you use liquid stuff, you don't dip the entire thing in the liquid. Like just a tiny amount will go a long long way, and just like with one sweep, just look how beautiful that color is. Okay, using Rocket Chair, like from Benefit. This is one of their more pigmented box of powders formulations. I've got my review for it. I'll put it up like in the links below. It smells wonderful. I always want to like, yeah, I always sniff it really deeply whenever I open up this box. But yeah, this one is a rose gold color. It's like a more bronzy shade. I love using this color when I don't know what to do for blush. Brown base blushes are honestly the best, most versatile things ever. And you see, like, just a few upsweeping motions and you get that beautiful color. And Rocket Chair, well, more pigmented than most other box of powder like formulas, it's still not incredibly pigmented. And that's what you get. Yeah. So that is my first short video, like introducing stippling brushes, which are awesome. Let me know how you like it. Let me know how I can improve my future videos. And yeah, if you like it, hit like. Thanks.